We're ready.
I think. Okay.
That's just, yeah. I think that might still be.
Okay.
Durango had a lot of pages.
Call to order, right. 6:04?
But remember, I said I would do that, so.
Good job. Thank you.
Jake is doing some avalanche training or something?
He's hosting somebody who's doing it.
Right, that's what I mean. So he'll be here as soon as he's done with introductions.
And then look at that.
So this was the agenda I sent earlier. We can certainly add other items. Does anybody want to make a motion to approve the agenda, or do you want to figure out what you want to add?
Do you
If
want to
you wanna
add this to the agenda then?
I don't know, it's up to you guys. I just brought it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I'm so excited
Even if we talk
that I-
about it for 5 minutes, we should totally
Right.
talk about it.
Something I could do to help.
Yay.
I'm sad that it's all handwritten.
No,
My
you don't have to be
computer isn't
sad.
working.
You can
Oh.
read it.
It's refreshing.
You can read it.
It is, it's making me feel like I'm still part of the world. I'm
Me
still
too.
relevant. I'm like, I have a lot of feelings.
Here, I'll just pass this. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, are we good with this
Fortunately,
agenda?
no one can
Yeah.
read my handwriting.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
I second.
There you go.
Okay, that's all we have.
All in favor?
Yay.
I
Okay.
had a cocktail. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let's try my change.
All right, so a couple things on the GoCo grant. So we finally got the package that allows us to sign and get the money. ARC sent us a bill for $184,000, and I was like, oh, okay. So the nice thing about the GoCo grant is they'll pay in advance. So as soon as we make that motion on Monday and get the GoCo grant formalized to us, then we can send the bill to GoCo and go, hey, can you pay this for us? Because I just lost 140.
Is that
Yeah,
how much
so
it
you have
was?
to pay $25,000 when you sign the contract, which we signed about a month ago, and then you have to pay $50,000 after design or something. You almost pay for the whole thing before it's done.
That's
Sounds like it.
interesting.
I'm uncertain about, and of course will not necessarily agree to, but you know, at least the last 50% probably has to wait until something's on the ground, right?
Oh, I would hope so.
And that should take us through design and project? That's the
Oh
idea.
my God.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries.
The build.
Yeah, but in the meantime, of course, we have to do a lot of fundraising, especially, you know, technically speaking, the bike park is in there too, but, I mean, the pump track, we don't have the funding for the pump track, right? Like, we don't have the funding, and so we have to raise the money for that.
And how much is that?
I think the whole thing is in the $300,000 range, but we have 115 already.
Oh, so we're almost halfway there.
And it's not, you know, it might not all happen this year. Some of it might happen next year. So maybe we start one big event or something like that and have it annually. We start our own.
Like I don't want bluegrass. I'm not a big fan of bluegrass.
Yeah.
But similar to like,
Well, it doesn't have to be music focused. Cirque du Soleil-ish.
Wow.
Fire breathers.
Nice.
Apples.
I can
Well,
build fire.
I would say the Harvest Festival that Susan started,
Yeah.
and it's been, you know, or maybe not well marketed. I don't know. We could breathe some life into that. I mean, or something that time of year. You know, because there's already River Days, right? Or is that done?
Riverfest.
Riverfest.
Yeah, Riverfest is that June 1st
Yeah.
timeframe.
And then we have Escalante Days, so.
Right, they had Summerfest, which went away. I don't know
Well,
if it'll be
she's
back.
throwing out like tons of balls.
She putting dates out there?
Oh, I mean, she's been doing that, but
Different
like,
events and stuff.
I
I
would
mean,
say
already
like
this
there's
year?
been so many that like maybe we could grab a hold of like
One of
some
them.
that has a little bit of purchase and like
Yeah,
breathe a shit ton of life into it.
sure.
When
What
was
about-
Summerfest? Was that July?
No, it's June, typically the first weekend in
That's-
June.
Wow.
Summerfest?
Summerfest?
Oh,
That's
not-
River
sorry.
Days.
Yes, Riverfest, yeah.
Riverfest.
Summerfest is, yeah, I think,
I can't
'cause-
remember when it was. exactly.
yeah, we didn't do it last year because she didn't want to do it in JRP. So it got canceled.
What about like an Oktoberfest idea?
Well, I think
That's
that's
what I'm saying.
Harvest
She's saying is
Fest.
do a
Just
Harvest
do
Fest.
something.
Yeah, Harvest Fest could be really
mean, it's a
cool.
big deal around here.
Oktoberfest festival in Dolores. I mean, in Telluride. I can help.
Who does body drop beatdown? Would it make sense to
That's
join
Rotary.
up with?
No, the
What's
reason why they
that?
separate is they don't want to combine
Yeah.
anything,
They want
which I don't
standalone.
understand, but
What's-
whatever.
Well, it's a
What's
space.
body?
It's a function of space. Like it got too big. It all got too big to be at the same time.
What was
At least
that?
that's what I was told.
Like
Body
this.
drop?
Boggy draw beatdown.
I'm
Oh, boggy
wondering,
drop.
I'm wondering if SWICA with the Mesa 24 Hours of Mesa Verde, I don't remember where that money goes to, but because we have
Doesn't it
a,
go to
Just
Swicca?
opinion.
Oh,
goes to a lot of
Pinion, that's right, it
projects.
does, you're
I
right.
don't know if there's any way we could
Morph into that?
Get in on that?
get in on some of that, cause
Put our
that's,
bucket in?
that's a good fundraiser.
Mhm.
And because of the bike park piece.
We can certainly contact Danny, right?
Is there anything any way we could piggyback off of whatever Telluride? You know, because they go through here to come and go through Telluride. Is there any way we could piggyback off something like that?
Toll road? Toll road, that's what I was gonna say. That's not a
That's
toll road.
hilarious.
Well, I wasn't
It's a-
thinking a toll road.
Well, there's, I mean,
Yeah, so-
there's long standing, precedent for that.
I mean, I
That's
could
a
think
good
of a
idea.
lot of like, oh, 1,000 here and 1,000 there, but I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah,
Well, that's the
the
thing, I
problem.
mean, the hardest thing about these kinds of, Swicca's good because it's, how
it's
long
already
has it been around?
established. Yeah.
And that's the, sort of the hard part is, what do you, we need to find something that's,
Yeah,
like you said, either piggyback onto
Piggyback.
or
Mm-hmm.
establish something ourselves. But it's gonna take a while for that to ramp up.
Well, I think, so the Land Conservancy used to do a Harvest Beer Festival,
Nice.
and I don't know why they stopped doing it. And it was successful. I mean,
I'm in
Did-
to
did
help
you-
with that.
did you go ever?
well,
Where?
they did it in Cortez
Yeah,
mostly, didn't they?
yeah, it was all in Cortez.
All in Cortez?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did one.
But they
at
stopped
Esoterra.
doing it, and I'm not sure why, or if it was the person running
When
it,
was
they
it?
just got over it.
Yeah, I think that happens frequently, right?
Yes, it does.
But it was a good time of year. They had bands,
remember
they
when it
had
was?
breweries. It was not the weekend of Blues and Brews. It was the weekend before Blues and Brews, in September.
Beginning of September.
September. Okay.
So it wasn't Labor Day. It was the one in between Blues and Brews and Labor Day. So second weekend or whatever.
And there's nothing going on there. I
Well,
think that weekend.
Susan's harvest thing might be going on there. I don't know. I haven't seen any dates. I haven't looked at the chamber, but I guess we could look right now.
No, I meant it, which wouldn't be competition.
Oh, Telluride has something going on every weekend except the weekend they don't. And they made that the like
That's a-
weekend nothing's going on. The
No,
festival.
I know, but I'm talking about in September, right? They have Film Fest, and then they don't have anything, and then they have Blues and Brews.
Oh, I bet they have something. We're not. We're
This,
not at that caliber.
I
yeah,
know, but
right.
I'm trying to.
It's not gonna, what they have going on and what we have going on, so.
Yeah,
I
I
was
hear
just
what
try-
you're saying, but we're just like, that's
Okay.
like Mars and we're
So
Earth.
Escalante Days was 9
That's
to
pretty bad.
August 9.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Harvest Fest was September 28th.
28,
Oh, Susan's
Yeah.
thing? Okay.
Last
Was
year.
last year.
So it's gonna be around there,
2024,
right? August
yeah.
3rd was the Boggy Draw Beatdown.
And this might be a good year. Four Corners just canceled at Pagosa.
Four Corners.
Four
Oh, they
Corners
did
Music
the
Festival,
festival.
which is Labor Day
Why?
weekend.
Oh, really?
They just are losing money. They canceled
Oh.
both their money makers.
Yes.
So,
I've heard,
um,
I've heard this.
So, I mean, why I'm saying that is there is
'Cause we
a
could
lot
put
of
something
people
up.
that go from here to there
Yeah, sure.
or spending money. I mean, it might be a good month to lasso something. I could talk to Nina about the Harvest Beer Festival. I mean, I think actually Mark created the first one.
When was
I
this?
was wondering if you
When
might
was
have
this?
had a hand in.
What
It
time
was
of year?
the Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
But I can ask Mark about the Harvest Festival.
Okay.
I mean, maybe we could have like a cider pressing thing,
Sure.
and,
And
like
the-
apple bobbing and more.
The Morp has a social every year,
Mhm.
where they do that on their property.
Okay, so MLC.
But that doesn't mean you can't, that's why I'm like, can we do something nobody else is doing?
Well, if you get more groups to attend, like a booth or like a demonstrate or whatever talk,
Sure.
then they're gonna draw their community
Yeah.
vested people
Yeah.
to it. So the
Yeah.
more numbers we can get, and I could maybe find out from MLC what the biggest year was and kind of look into why. People wise, like how many people in attendance.
Okay.
I mean, we do it at our big park.
Yeah.
We have a big park.
We do, big park.
Certainly the bike tie-in is good for something.
With Wickham?
Some level. Given that that's the primary focus.
This would be a different fundraiser, but Jake at Zuma Bike Ranch, he's been coming to, well, he was in the beginning of the bike creation meetings.
Yeah.
But if you guys aren't familiar, so Jake does clinics, mountain bike clinics out on his property, and
Oh, that's
his
cool.
property has trails that connect into the Phil's Rural Trail System.
Oh.
And so he has connections from, all over, because people will come from out of town to do a bike clinic out at his ranch. And I don't know, maybe there's something there we could.
I talked to the Beckmans at the gym here. And they said like a 5K or kickathon type thing that they would be
Sure.
willing to host.
Ah! Kelly keeps trying me to go to kickboxing. I'm like, are you kidding? You guys left my leg out enough to kick anything.
I don't know, you probably could have kicked something this week.
Yeah, right. Actually, threw stuff.
You threw stuff, okay. How's your shoulder feeling?
You know what? I was surprised. It did not hurt it.
Oh, good. Nice.
I've been doing some. Okay, so where do we want to go from here on these items?
Well, do we want to
Dividing
categorize them as like bigger money makers? I mean, I could find out how much the Harvest Beer Festival made at their biggest year fundraising, just
Sure.
to see what's possible.
Right.
And
Well,
I could call Jake.
the other thing that we have going on now is that we have an entertainment district. So in theory, you could block that whole thing off and have people travel about and drink
And kick.
or whatever.
You mean like the River Fest?
Drinking and kicking.
No, I'm talking about in the Flanders Park.
Right.
That is now an entertainment district.
Well, they drink beer in there at Riverfest. What's the difference?
Flanders, not.
No,
Oh,
you
Flanders. Oh, here.
Flanders, and you
Sorry.
can go from space to space. Like you could have all the businesses open
Oh,
and go.
oh, cool.
Like
There's a container.
Oh,
Is this a new thing?
Yes,
Brand new?
relatively.
well, we need to celebrate
Can
that.
we do some
With the
type of,
Harvest
like,
Festival.
Pre-planning.
Yeah.
I like it.
well, like a wine tour,
Open
but
container,
not wine, but
just like New Orleans.
Exactly. You can make those little blue drinks.
little yardsticks. Like a food festival thing.
That'd be fun.
With all the,
Or we could take a tip off Durango's wine festival thing.
right, I was gonna
That's
say
big.
like a food and wine.
Outrageous.
Get people tanked and then take their money.
So then we might need some gambling.
Yeah. Wait,
Kicking.
I need a new ordinance for this, I'm guessing.
Who's here?
Hey!
It is.
I guess you're gonna sit on the boys' side.
Oh,
Boys
I was just fleeing.
I like your spirit.
I know.
Thank you. Today's
Spirit Day.
and then look at.
Thank you for waiting for me.
And then it's
Well,
We can begin now.
We've been throwing ideas around
I don't even know.
for fundraisers
Oh, I like
Cool.
that.
Do the very
and,
first
you know,
thing.
grants.
Seventh grader.
The other thing I was thinking, if we do more grants for the park, we could
stretch.
use that for match, but that won't help us raise money. You know, it would just, make it so we're not obligated to so much. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Okay, so
Underrate
we have a
$300,000
basically $300,000 match.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, what is our number?
For
What's our
this
goal number?
fall, we have 155,000 that we have left to raise.
Yeah, because we have, well, that won't make the total for what this is gonna cost. This is gonna cost close to $1 million, right, with all three components?
With all three, yeah.
Yeah. So,
What's our fundraising number?
For this
that's what we're
year,
trying to figure out.
for this
Okay,
year,
you
I
don't
think,
know, okay.
for this year, I think it's most important that we need to raise another $155,000.
Yeah, because the bike and skate park are gonna get done this year.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what we
And
need
that's
to-
221 as a total. I don't know if that pays for it all though, does it? I don't think
Oh
so.
my God, that's a lot of $1,000 fundraising.
Right.
Oh,
I
man.
don't
We
think
just
that
need to
pays
see,
for
I
it
honestly
pays
gotta
for
get
the
this
whole-
big. I mean,
I
I
know.
there's all
What's the number on
kinds
that?
I have all
Well,
sorts of
we
ideas,
got-
but
we
they
got
literally
four-
are
we
$1,000.
There's
475.
Yeah.
We got 465, but
Yeah.
the bill,
I don't
you
know how
know,
you get
from the
this.
time that it was designed and the GoCo
Can
grant was put
Osprey
in, the numbers are
Except-
multiplied.
Well,
I don't,
Big dump.
what we need to find out is what Jake's already tapped into.
Big
Right.
donors.
I know, but is that part
So
of the
you're right for all three,
155 or
but
not?
I'm thinking for just the bike park and the skate park.
It's more than that, my friend. I mean, the bus bubble butt.
Can you-
Let me go.
Jake, whatever the number may be, are the money that you already have maybe lined up to get from donors or Osprey, is that already subtracted from it or not?
No, the only money that we have added to it that I'm like taking off is essentially a $100,000, which is an $85,000 donation, and a $15,000 in kind from us.
So,
So that's the other piece is, you know, we need concrete, we need asphalt, we need dirt. So if we can find those in kind, then that will do it too.
but I guess what, and this is what we ran into when we did the playground, is we can't have 5 people asking someone for something, so we need to
No,
come
you
up
have
with a
to,
spreadsheet.
that's correct, yeah,
That,
that's right.
like,
Who the targets
who
are and
called,
what they-
who, when,
Right,
what did
right,
they
right.
promise?
That's right, exactly.
So who's a spreadsheet person?
I mean, Kyle is, so I could
Well-
So
have him
I've,
help me.
I mean, as
The
far as that
spreadsheet
goes.
person in terms of what? Just putting a list together?
I know, but you do everything. Like, we want to do something.
Oh, good, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm writing a comp plan this year too.
Uh-huh. I want to earn my $50.
Can't wait for that. Right?
Put my spreadsheet on a computer.
I can tackle it too. I just didn't know. Sometimes there's already a spreadsheet person and they're just like, oh yeah, I do that all the time at
I
work.
am not a spreadsheet
I
person.
mean, I run Excel.
You do?
Yeah. Spreadsheet.
Oh, are you
you
coming out of the
data?
closet?
A freak in the sheets?
Should we be
Data.
celebrating right now? Wow, Mary.
That's
Easy, Mary.
Wow.
That's what it is. It's all freaking the sheets and
Yeah,
it's a
yeah, yeah.
spreadsheet.
Yeah, so,
Right.
Yeah,
All right.
your mind's going the wrong places.
Oh, yeah, because yours didn't go there. Or Mary's. Are you volunteering
You see that
then
number
for the
on that
spreadsheet
contract?
thing? Hugh, dog, what's up?
Right,
I mean,
so let's see.
capable.
I like his vagary.
It's vagary.
Oh, I thought it was because you made sexual innuendo.
Guess we are.
Your
Recording
peach
this.
sticker looks like a butt.
Yeah.
It does.
A big butt.
One of the kids wanted this sticker at school, and I was like, nope, that one's mine.
So that's 272.
There's a phrase that's associated
But I don't-
with
that doesn't
successful
include
business
the-
for candidates and other professionals.
Alright, thank you.
The pump track,
It's a novelty.
right.
So that
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
window.
so 272, you did, what was the math that you just did?
For 737
Are you-
minus 465
Okay,
is 272. That's
okay,
what we have to raise. Minus whatever you already have.
right, so which is, if it's 272, then that's 172.
I like these.
Minus whatever's in the account, which I honestly don't know.
No, yeah, I was gonna tell you, but I don't know either. But I think it's 115. Does that sound right?
115, if we have 115, then it's 155. Which is what I thought it was, for some reason.
So this
Left to
this is
right.
our number right here,
That's our number?
but we have some of it.
We have between 100,000 and 115,000 of that already.
157.
We have
So it's-
150,000.
So it's 175. And like I said, whatever you can get in kind, concrete.
272.
Right,
And your 85K, that was a single donor
right.
pledge.
I wouldn't recommend going back to that donor.
Do a phone call.
Thanks for your generous donation. Can you double it?
No, and I mean, I do think like, it's, well, I think most importantly, I mean, approaching
Yeah, what do we?
major donors
Yeah.
is important, but I think grants is gonna be important. I think
Sure.
in talking with the Virgo Foundation,
Yep.
God, if they don't give us like 50 grand, I'd be surprised.
Who is it?
That's the Osprey Foundation.
Oh, okay. And then, what about like the Tony Hawk or like that
Yeah,
stuff?
so we have a list somewhere of when all of those applications are
It's a
due.
process.
But that's kind of like a little bit, because they're not rolling, it's kind of the annoying part, is that you have to wait, same with the Virgo Foundation, like they don't do, they do like 2 or 3 gives a year, and their next one's in April.
So, okay, maybe we should be assigning who's tracking what, so it doesn't fall through the cracks.
Yeah.
And like what grants, who's tracking, who's applying, what we need to do, dates on, maybe this is us organizing so nothing falls through the cracks, especially with the grants, because that's where the bigger chunks are gonna come from.
Right.
I mean, even what I consider big donors is like $5,000,
Right.
which right now looks like a drop in a bucket.
Yeah, it adds up, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Who put that list together? You, Emily,
Of major donors and grants,
and their cycle.
that was kind of Aaron, me,
Right.
Emily, that was back when we were like jamming on this.
3 years ago or so.
No, it's recent. It's
2?
it's up to date. I think it's
So we need to ask
let me
Aaron for
find
it.
it. I have it in my email somewhere.
Okay.
I meant to get that before I came today.
Cause yeah, I mean, I don't know, there's a couple things to think about in here too, is like, okay, so you have the major all, you get it all done, but then you have some upkeep kind of stuff, right? So year after year after year, where it might be if we start to build a festival around
That could be the maintenance
that,
costs.
then it could be, yeah, the maintenance cost and because like the pump track is dirt and so you have
Right.
a big snow and it's gonna get,
Right.
the other things of concrete and asphalt will be fine, but. So, and then if we're also trying to do, like you wanna bring kids in, you wanna have a bike for 'em, but you need a place to store it, you can put a big shipping container and then maybe that turns into graffiti central for fun.
And you just let it be.
Right, yeah.
Or you have an event where people could pay to paint it.
Could pay to paint, sure.
paint,
Yeah.
pay to,
Pay to paint.
do a graffiti contest.
Yeah. And
I
then,
like
think
making the
graffiti
annual,
people Have a lot.
festival thing, that's smart, with the maintenance, cause that's most
Yeah.
community members' biggest, concern.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good way to pull people in, get them involved more long term. Because yeah, I don't have a feel for how much you're actually gonna raise with in terms of dollars. Something like this compared to like
Yeah, I still don't
grants
think
and-
it's gonna be huge.
But if you get that community involvement, it's worth it.
But the ongoing thing for the maintenance, I think, is a really good. So, let's say, just for fun, we get 100,000 in grants. Is that realistic, based on your memory of?
Yeah, I think so.
What's out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 57,000 looks a little more chewable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, to kind of put it in perspective, like we raised 30,000 in like 5 weeks for just the plans. So I think once you get it down closer to where it is, like small donor range, kind of opening it up to small donors makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, cause I know 2 people I'm gonna hit up for $5,000 each, so that's.
Nice.
You know, I mean, it's utilizing our relationships too, to who we know, and creating value about what we believe in.
Mhm.
It's called enrollment, people.
So I think like as far as applying for grants, they like to see community and like, I
Right.
think I would be really
Yeah.
good at like getting kids involved in having kids do a
Well,
car
and
wash.
yeah, that's the
Having
key
kids
to
do
most of
these
it.
little tiny
Yeah.
events.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would do well at like recruiting your
Yeah.
kids,
Yeah,
my kids, and
and I have plenty of
other
$1,000
kids.
Ideas.
but
You
that
know.
just looks good on all the grant applications.
Right.
I have
when you see the
access
kids
to
at
an
work.
expensive gun we can raffle at the ag fair. I mean, hey, we wanna get different community members involved. I mean,
Take some gun money.
take some gun money.
Yeah, we'll host a gun show.
Host
I
a
mean, I
gun
think,
show.
I think going to banks and stuff too is
You
makes
say
a lot of sense.
Banks.
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 Yeah, Merritt.
Like robbing them?
It's crazy. There's people in this county that will give a ton of money to things that they believe in, charitable causes.
That's what I'm talking about,
The-
enrolling.
The Youth Advocacy Center had they have like a silent auction at the end of every year where they just auction off like kids' paintings and quilts and stuff.
Who does that?
Uh,
Four Corners Advocacy?
Child Advocacy Center.
Yeah, but
I mean,
come on,
different
that's a
thing.
whole different competition, my friend.
I know, but it's
Yeah,
has
that's
a
like
similar
humanitarian.
message, like,
Right.
I mean, it has a similar effect on kids if you pitch it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not true. It's good for kids having those kind of activities. But anyway, they made $150,000.
What? I think I did hear that,
Something like that.
Well, and they've got one in April.
but that's. Thanks, buddy. That is yeah. I don't, yep. Yep. That's like kids dying or
Right.
versus ride your bike.
It's a little
Uh,
less traumatic.
I think partnering with the school would be good too, because then
Yeah,
the
for sure.
because I know
There's 637 targets right there.
well, yeah, but I know Tyson. He's the he was the one that Reese was getting all set up. He's got like all new kind of machines to do like industrial design kind of stuff, I think. And so if he can get those kids and those families on board, because I think a lot of those families are.
what about a run? Jake,
Mm,
runner Jake.
Okay.
What about a run from House Creek to town in April? right when the overlook opens.
Yeah, I mean, I think, those kind of like 5K, 10K things can be cool.
Unless I do something smaller that starts in town, a loop of some sort for.
All right, so here's,
The
Well,
here's
then
a,
that would lead to a bike thing, right? Where there could be a bike
You
thing.
could do a triathlon. Do people not do those
Maybe
here?
not in April.
oh, I would love to do a triathlon. A triathlon out of House Creek would be so cool.
So what would be the three sports, Jake?
Huh?
Biking,
Swimming, biking, running.
Yeah.
running?
Yeah.
Where
Where
would
do
the
you
swim?
So you could bike out to House Creek.
You can swim in it.
Yeah, you do the
It's
swim
in
first.
You gotta do swim first.
You gotta swim first so you don't drown.
Oh, you gotta swim first, so
You
we're-
gotta do the whole
Yeah,
thing out
swims.
of House Creek.
Out of
Oh,
House
okay,
Creek.
Yeah,
so
you don't
you'd
necessarily
swim-
have to finish there, although it would be a lot easier to finish there, so you wouldn't have to like.
Oh, no, you can do it out of House Creek, swimming, do the swimming.
In April?
I've been thinking about.
Oh, hell yeah, dude, I just jumped in the lake last weekend,
Or
man.
did you do the polar plunge?
Yeah, I mean, I just did my own polar plunge.
But you didn't swim 3 miles in that polar plunge
I didn't,
space.
but I was in there for
tried not
6
to
minutes.
drown.
That was
Wow,
frickin'
that's pretty
intense.
awesome. I take cold
Doing my
showers.
breathing.
Wow.
All right, we have one grant that we should apply for this month.
Okay.
Which is,
The Outride,
And so that's the specialized grant.
the specialized grant.
Are they still giving away money?
That one's due on the 31st. It's a good question.
Because
it's due on the
Kyle got
31st.
laid off last year, so
Yeah.
I think they're pretty hard strapped.
So we don't think that's good.
Or it's worth a try.
I mean, it's worth a try, but I don't know
So-
how much
Find
they're
out
giving away.
first.
Okay.
Because why?
They just, the bike industry's not making a lot of money right now.
I don't know.
Why not? Because too many electronic
Because
bikes.
they increased their supply during COVID,
Glut.
and now they just have bikes sitting there.
Did they also increase their cost? I mean, the price?
I don't know, there, a lot of places have them on sale right now
Right now, yeah.
for cheap, yeah.
You know, I saw a thing on that.
I don't know.
I know.
Sweet. They specifically say they support pump tracks and trails.
Cool.
What if
So-
we did some kind of, well, this doesn't help to get it built, but after the fact to maintain, we could do like little bike races and
Once it's
Bike
there, yeah.
If it's
Things.
there, yeah.
Competitions.
yeah.
That'd be fun.
Jake, has Jake from Zuma Bike Ranch said anything about, I know he was attending the meetings in the beginning of things, like,
Yeah.
has he said anything about doing something out there?
Yeah, he's talked about how he would use it to do jump clinics, which would be awesome.
Oh, no, the bike park, yeah, I know that part. No, I was talking about fundraising, like something out at his ranch,
Oh,
potentially, I don't know.
I mean, I know that he would be a partner in it, however we wanted him to be.
Mm-hmm.
He's at the household right now. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about, for the last couple of years, we've tried to figure out how to do a fat bike race in Joe Roll Park. But I don't think it's gonna happen this year either. I don't think we're gonna
Because we have no snow.
There's no
We're gonna have snow.
I was thinking of pray for snow party, like
Let's-
ASAP.
I mean,
Yeah, I-
Bring your
Sounds
shit
good.
to burn.
Mm.
Let's get this party rolling.
that would probably be a lot of fun.
Yeah, there really is.
Just walk
That-
around
that
with,
is
like, coffee
something
cans
that would be
and-
really cool if Dolores invested in, is buying a snow machine.
Oh, I just had an idea.
All
And
right.
you guys might not like it, but it worked in Telluride. They had a wishing well. They built a wishing well, right, on Main Street.
Okay.
And people could just donate into the wishing well. And that people actually put money into the wishing well and checks and all kinds of things. And it was just and maybe instead of having it at the park, you have it like by the Dolores Market, because people go and they buy stuff and they could throw their change in there. I mean, that's just off the top of my head. But it was about this big around, and it was about this tall, and it was, I think they put some money into making the wishing well,
Right.
so people saw that it was for real,
And so you
and
can't steal it.
people donated, and they got what they needed out of it. I mean, I know it's silly, but
No,
No,
It would
but Nikki's
add up
right.
over
We
time.
we have a lot, it's pretty easy to come up with $1,000, maybe even $5,000 ideas. We gotta really focus on the
which is gonna be the grants.
$40,000-$50,000
Yeah.
gigs here, like the grants and stuff, because otherwise we're never gonna get there.
And at
Yeah.
the same time, these smaller things could be like our outreach, like what Mary's talking about too,
Absolutely.
like the building of relationships with the
Yes.
school and a way to
Yeah.
get the word out and have the
Community-
information there
Community
and like,
involvement.
I think probably
So-
the most valuable relationship that we could build on is the tribe.
uh-huh.
And I think if we could possibly get some kind of commitment with them as far as like usage, you know, or some kind of programming that they would commit to.
Aaron, who works for the tribe, they only do their outreach stuff to tribal projects. So Lemonage no longer does like outreach to non-tribal things. So if we partnered with the tribe, then that would maybe give Lemonage the permission to then donate.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be, I think that's gotta be by far the most valuable.
I asked Jay Loescher about, you know, because Fozzie's Farm is building relationships, and I was just asking him if there was a way in somehow
Into,
to the tribe, but he didn't really have a lot to offer that way. So, I'm not sure. With the-
okay, which part are we trying to get into the tribe? Like,
Relationship.
Well, I think it just as far, I think if they found value in the park and wanted to come up here and use it and wanted to do any kind of any kind of programming around it, that'd be the best thing.
okay.
Yes, because to this point, it's informal use, but yeah, I'm not sure what form that would take in terms of programming. I'm trying to think.
I mean, I think any organization that would be interested in having any programming revolved around it would be good. So we spoke with Opinion Project, I think. We have a letter from them.
Right, I do.
Or SWOs. Or,
And then I think we also have another letter from Beach Street Skate Park, which works with Opinion Project.
We do?
I think so.
Who is that, which street is?
Any Cedar.
I'm
Um,
not even thinking so.
It's in the food,
I know, God.
food pantry. It's in Good
Right,
Sam's.
yeah.
And they do a lot of great programming there, weekly programming.
There was something that makes me think they had to move the skate thing out though.
It's still there.
SCYC?
That's
Is that
it.
another
Mm,
potential?
That's maybe who we talk to instead of Opinion Project.
SCYC.
Yeah. I don't know anybody over there. I mean, I know a couple people at the tribe, so we can start there.
Chess,
Yeah.
right.
That's
And
one.
she's like the economic, or what is
Nah,
she?
she's not they have a new director. I don't know if she knows stuff. But they also have somebody who heads their recreation, because they're trying to get kids back to doing things outside and not doing destructive things to themselves.
Yeah.
So it's probably a place to start. I was gonna contact the gal who runs the school to try and get the plaque in the 4 languages.
Mhm.
Because she's a pretty good connection over there, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. And so is the
I'll also.
Indian health services gal.
Okay. That's good.
So
Yeah, the Silver Stallion is a. Have you heard of them? They're a like nonprofit on Navajo Nation.
oh yeah.
I'm pretty close with those guys. I could reach out to them to see if they have any ideas or. They quite often they've talked about doing programming at the. They're actually close with Jake Quigley also. And they've talked about doing programming with Jake and talked about doing programming at the hospital. So kind of tying that into the bike park would be a cool thing.
Sure. Do you want that on here? What is it again?
And then as far as grants go, we've got skatepark.org, which is a rolling
Did you say sweet?
skate park.
Oh, skate
That's
park.
the Tony Hawk one. So that's a rolling grant, max grant that they give out is 25,000. It seems like the specialized grant is 15,000. Colorado Health Foundation is 50 to 200,000 for one of the grants, or 25 to 90,000 for another one.
Do you have dates on any of those?
The outright one, the specialized one, is due on the 31st.
Right.
Health Foundation is June and February.
Tony
But-
Hawk?
But there's no,
Or you said that's rolling, what is that, like 3 times a year, or what,
I think it's just kind of like as
as asked?
it comes, yeah.
What about Osprey?
Osprey, it seems like they do 1 or 2 a year.
But you don't know when?
I think Max said, his name's Max?
I don't know.
I think he said April or June.
We can also contact Region 9, Tiffany Brotherson, because she probably has a good idea about those.
Mhm.
So I meet with Laura on Friday.
Okay, so there, yeah, June is Virga. And then there's the Bocher Foundation, Community Connections Grants.
Betcha.
Yeah,
Betcher.
Betcher.
Uh-huh.
Their application actually opens next week and is due by middle of February. So, I mean, there's 2 right there that we could get in the pipeline right now.
This one and this one.
Community Connections and Outride?
Virga and Betcher.
Betcher.
Outride and Betcher?
Outright, yeah.
Alright.
And then the T-Mobile hometown grants is another one.
Good luck there, Chuck. I tried for one of those like a year ago.
They want like an audit and stuff probably.
Well, that and get tied in.
So,
We do have free internet at the park now.
wow, at the
Oh,
bathroom.
nice.
The
Yeah.
bathroom has internet.
What's
It's
it
pretty
called?
exciting. I saw the
Oh, yeah.
Spectrum guys there.
Down here.
Yeah, the first time they show up, they go, "It's an empty field." What?
Your potential. Alright.
Plus, right now the wire is on the across the sidewalk. I'm like, this won't last long, because they can't bury it right now.
Did they ever figure out who was driving around the park with the mud?
Nope.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, we'll see when it snows again.
Hey.
But we also kind of put the, I mean, a lot of people moved that post, right? 100 people commented and shared, and everybody was like, "We're gonna get you." So,
Well, is it worth, not right now, but in the future, considering putting cameras?
yeah, sure, probably not this year.
Yeah.
They had cameras when when the park was coming down, the old playground.
Yeah, sure, but those don't work anymore.
Oh, okay.
We had somebody discover it and then freak out because they thought some pedophile was watching their kids in the park.
Mhm.
And it was really the sheriff, only it hasn't worked in like 3 years. So,
Oh, okay.
you know, he's like, that camera doesn't work anymore. But like the cameras on this building, if you're sitting out front in your car and you're eating, you know, a Cheez-It, I
You
can
tell?
see its shape and I can see the
Wow.
color of your
It's like
eyes.
Mary's
and-
cameras.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we had a camera set up for the Kaboom build, just to record it, and I got contacted by a couple of parents who just flipped
Freaked
out
out,
about
yeah.
having a camera on that playground area with their kids. And that, I suppose I get, but they thought it was something just, yeah, like
Right.
pedophile,
Like a
totally
live stream.
sinister.
Right.
I tried to
Yeah.
explain, no, we're just documenting the build, but man. we
Just
finally-
old school over here.
We just took it down. No, it's like-
You know, Kaboom paid for the fencing for Amber's little farm thing
Our
there.
community garden?
Wow,
It was like $4,000.
nice.
Mm.
Good for them.
Yeah.
So do we want to divvy out these tasks?
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay, who wants to do the spreadsheet? You can't volunteer.
I was gonna
Let-
be like, I'll do the spreadsheet.
You're
That's
gonna,
the
you're
easiest.
gonna raise your hand for everything.
I'm not.
I don't know.
Not gonna.
Okay, we have the spreadsheet.
We have applying for grants. We
Okay.
gotta know all the jobs before.
I know, that's what I'm
Yeah,
doing right
let's-
now. I have them written down. But the spreadsheet's number 1 because we have to start tracking this shit.
Spreadsheet for what? I missed something.
For- Just all the
Spreadsheet
to-dos.
so we know who's
Oh, the
doing
to-dos. It's like a
what,
pra-
so we don't
it's like
have
a
5 of us
plan,
calling the
right?
same person going, hey.
Yeah.
Are we not allowed to have like a Google?
Oh, yeah.
Document that we all
Google Drive
contribute
that
to?
we share with each
Sure.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just share a Google Drive with each other.
Yeah.
I can just share
Is that
the
legit?
documents that I already have.
Well, I mean, we don't do, here at Town Hall, we no longer do Google. So,
Then what do you do?
we can't host it. We do Microsoft.
Oh.
Like no one else? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. But Google is much more hackable than Microsoft, if you can believe that.
Well, I think
It
it's
is
more.
something.
Isn't our park email address through Gmail? Right?
Sure it is, yeah. But that's, I mean, it's not associated with,
Okay, Jake, you're lassoing that? Are we
I'm
in
sending
agreement?
you a document that Aaron put together with a to-do list of
That we
Yeah.
can add to if we, like, from this list? Okay.
To all of us or just to?
I'm gonna send it to all of you
Okay.
if I can remember emails.
the question
right.
is, can you remember how to spell it all?
Outright grant.
I don't even know what that takes. What is the outright?
I
It
just clicked
starts
on
by looking at the website.
Well, I just clicked on it. It's all name of organization, like if you wanna apply, so it wants us to start submitting data right from the get-go. And it wants like a
Okay, so Mary's on that.
concept plan.
Well, you might not be a good candidate for that one.
Well, he doesn't work there anymore, so there's
Oh.
no,
There's no, okay.
yeah, that's not an issue.
Are you?
So it says the process for the outright, submit a detailed proposal when our application cycle opens, provide additional information upon request. So it seems like step one is just submitting a detailed proposal.
Huh.
And if I click apply, it wants like the name of your organization. So,
So are you signing up for this?
well, I don't wanna name it, plus I don't know.
You have to look into the details first.
Right. I would
Which,
have
if
to
you
learn.
just go down, there's like many more things
I don't know all the details of
too.
the bike park.
Yeah, unless you could cut and paste it out of the GoCo grant or whatever. I wouldn't know either.
Okay, well, I
So-
can research the Harvest Beer Festival, MLC, and I can call Danny about Swicka, and I can call Jake about the Zuma Bike Ranch.
Sweet. Like it.
There's the Betcher,
Yeah, do you wanna lasso that, Hugh?
looking at that thing, I mean,
Well, it seems like they,
it's a little hard to tell what the grant involves, just from looking at.
my guess is that a lot of the information will be overlapping.
Yeah, so it's worth kind of coordinating on that if we're gonna. Like it could just be a matter of cut and paste into
Right.
some of these grants. But I mean, we do have a lot to work with after that GoCo application.
Okay. You were,
Right.
A lot of info.
Piggyback on that.
you were
Yeah.
Jake
That would be the
in
idea,
Harvest
yeah.
Fest?
I am MLC,
MLC.
Swicka, and Jake, Zuma Bike Ranch. And Hugh, you're looking at this grant?
I think we need like 3 of us doing grants or something. No?
I don't understand grants, so.
I'm not an expert, but I can type.
No, that's what I'm looking at. So. But it does, there's
I can write.
specific organization name, phone, EIN, the tax ID.
Yeah, that's your family one seems.
But if this is it, I mean, it says 500 words or less.
This is the inquiry form, so I'm sure
Yeah.
this is like the.
This is to get in
Just
the
your
door.
cover letter.
Right.
Betcher's not that hard, cause that gets distributed around here all the time.
Oh.
So, but I think that's kind of what Outright's looking for too, just like a,
Quick.
Generally, you make a contact with someone, right, like any of the big ones, like Daniel's Fund or the Colorado Link Conservancy, there's someone that's assigned to this area. And your first thing goes to them, and then they talk to you about, and they'll help you write it. Because they'll say, focus on this, focus on that. And that's kind of, but you gotta make that contact by sending in that.
Right.
That first
Right.
500 words has to be
Right.
compelling enough for them to call you back.
right,
And if it's not, then good luck next year.
right.
So that's the thing. But there's a lot of, especially in terms of need, if you look in the grant, there's a ton, I put a ton of, the average median income here now is like 64.7, and it's 27.9 in Dolores. So, in terms of, this is a town that needs to support its kids because there's a lot of poverty here, and there's a lot of those crazy ass ramps in the middle of the alleys and whatever.
Right, there's another one by the vet's office now.
Yeah, that kids fly around, and there I saw them sailing off the new, on bikes. They were like
Do you wanna
all
do it
over the new
together?
bathroom.
Sure. Yeah, that's-
So
Okay, Mary and I are gonna do that one
do which one?
outright.
Well, I'm thinking, why don't we do Outright and Betcher then?
Oh, you wanna do
That
both?
way that they're.
Okay, we're gonna attempt with your guidance, Lee,
Okay.
and the guidance of whoever else.
You're gonna attempt these two?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you need a third?
Well, we can pass around that. I mean,
That's what.
I'll
Like the text board.
I'll research the wishing well thing.
Okay. You can
And
make
see-
contact with someone that wants to put it at their space and protect it.
Right.
Because it's gonna need some protection.
Oh, no, this one was very, and it had like plexiglass on the top, and so you put it in, but people put checks in, and,
Yeah.
I can work on that, and I don't know, I'll just brainstorm how to get started.
That's good.
As
Okay.
far as relationships with programming, do you want to talk about the schools? You said something about the schools.
I'll help with the schools.
Okay, Audrey, you're on that.
Yeah, I'll help with the schools.
And Lee, you said something about you know someone at the tribe, and you also said you're meeting with someone about Region 9.
Right.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Jake, you said you're going to check into the Silver Stallion.
Oh, you spelled my name right. Well,
Is there
one-
another way to do
One
it?
time
you
she
spelled
Well-
my name like as wrong as you could possibly get it.
Well, one time you spelled it right, and one time you spelled it wrong.
Okay, good. Well, I'm
The
doing the best I can.
EY is
Been
the
here for
correct
about
way.
14 hours now, so.
No, I'm not a. Believe
And, you
me.
know, how many checks have I written to you, sister?
I know. And you spelled it right. Just for the
I'm
record.
sleeping. I'm so past it today.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So I could help.
Let
I
me
feel good.
see. Who can do Beach Street and SCYC?
I can do SCYC.
I can do Beach Street.
I
Okay.
think I know someone.
What
I
is
think I might have a
S-
connection.
What's
with SCYC.
Can
SCY?
you help me get in contact
It's,
with
Southern.
No.
you?
Yeah, for sure.
If you need help, I'll help
Introductory
you.
email, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it does stand for. I can't
Can
remember.
get somebody down there.
Okay.
I hate acronyms.
Yes.
So I'm just carrying on.
Yeah.
That's the Italian
Yeah,
version. Looking
it's
at
Italian. You know. I have a bag line. Okay, with the programming, how do I, like, is it just like, great, we have this awesome park with, do you want to do a program with your kids here? Like, what?
I don't know, I think,
Or just starting the conversation and
Yeah.
starting the relationship building, is that
I
more?
think all we need from them really, and we should look back at the letter that they sent to see if it already says it. It might, just saying like we'd be interested in potentially using the park for future programming.
Well, that's what we did with the grant, we collected all that stuff, so like, I
It's-
guess I'm
the
wondering
grant is
why
on the
we're.
website, just so you know.
Right, so I'm just wondering why we,
Yeah, before we do that, let's just look at what we already have from them.
Have you been in touch with the Bike Park for Kids Foundation?
no, but if they have a grant, I think you should be on that.
We envision a world where every kid has a safe and energizing place to ride a bike. We are the Bike Park for Kids Foundation,
Oh,
a nonprofit organization dedicated to investing in bike parks. I'd be glad to contact them.
Awesome.
cool.
And I can also I know there's folks at Fort Lewis still with their program, and I'd be glad
Cool.
to contact them and just say, hey, any ideas, here's what we're doing. Have
Cool.
you been in touch with anybody up there, Jake?
Not at Fort Lewis.
Yeah, no, I know those
Cool.
folks. Because they've got a really, really good program, and they might
Let's
be willing to
see.
help us.
Great. What's it, did you find it, Jake? No?
I'm looking through the grant right now.
We're looking for the last one?
I've got it open on the website, I'm looking for the letters.
No.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the letters too.
I do.
Emily,
Got youth letters.
Scott Spear, Southwest Open School.
I would love to help with this.
Yeah, I can talk to Scott.
Christine
Bike
Bryce
Parks for Kids
Nelson,
Foundation.
SCYC.
Who's the contact?
Christine Bryce Nelson.
And what did they write?
Is it different?
I
know, that's what came up first, there's the Source Foundation.
It's about a project that aligns with
And then
goals of
yeah,
providing
this is
positive
whatever it is,
pro-social
Jake.
activities for
The
youth.
Bike Parks for Kids.
Like, I guess they
And that was Sarah's foundation.
Lack of
Ask
adequate
the library about the
facilities.
wishing well. That'd be a good place to.
Oh, I'm gonna write
Yeah,
that
they
down.
basically-
Coming large and passionate.
They don't say it outright, but they do say SUYC provides a skate club during the warmer months that provides an opportunity for these young people to become part of
Looks
the amazing
promising.
skate community in Alachua County.
It looks promising.
Yeah, I guess I'm just wondering what
Yeah,
are we talking to people about programming?
Well, I think,
Let's-
yeah,
let me
Here,
see.
maybe?
This might be, I think this is probably enough.
Well, no, but wherever you go, when you do all these
Up
things,
the
you have to have
road.
your
With
your
that.
15
Right.
second, your 30 second,
This
and your
is a
minute.
different-
Because if you don't get people fast, then they're
So we
gone.
need grants.
I know, that's what I mean. I'm like,
Right.
right now I don't have any of it, so
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
want,
saying.
I want.
Not tonight,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I'll put together, a marketing, sales kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Well, I
Like, this
mean,
is what we're
no,
trying to do.
am I going to them, asking them for money?
Oh, not necessarily. You might be going and saying, okay, we'd like to build a program with you, right? So one of the things that, or get you to use our
Yeah, these
facilities,
people are
right?
all over it, man.
If we could get,
We gotta
like this,
contact
she's the director of school community youth collaboration. So
what they got going
we'd be
on,
like, hey,
how to get
Christine,
started.
we're trying to,
I guess I
you
feel
have to
like
build a
the,
relationship because if you
Right.
jump on them for the money first, they're gonna be like, pah, get out of here.
well, I don't think SUIC, they're in the same boat we are. They don't have, they
But-
like
but
barely can
the-
afford to pay their
Correct, but
people.
then you talk about, here's what we can do. You build a big picture, right? Like,
Right.
we're gonna have fun, we're gonna create space for kids and meet our pro-social and get them off their phones. And
Mhm.
then you start to say, okay, how can we collaborate in the fundraiser? 50-50 split or, something like that. What can we do to partner together so that we can get this park built so that you can bring
SUYC
people
would like
here?
that, because I reached out to them a couple years
Okay.
ago about why there's no programming here, and
Yeah.
it's because Reese
Right,
shut them down.
listen, God, Doug. I need like 3 of me and 7 of her. She's so much better than I am.
I'm like, I don't know who her is.
Kelly, our new treasurer.
Okay.
She's. Keep it, girl. Let's get it done.
Good, that's good.
That was good. All right. So,
So let me work on like a kind of introductory thing, and maybe at our next meeting what we should talk about is what we are gonna do. Like, what's our big vision for this? Are we gonna have programming? I mean, Jake and I have talked about, having, you could take the,
yeah, I feel like the
The-
chicken's coming before the whatever. Or
Right.
Whatever.
you
Right.
do,
Of course.
yeah.
Keep your chickens out of this.
Not the egg, because we don't know which came
But
first.
the asking people about programming seems like, whoa, we're not quite there yet.
No, we're not there yet, but you gotta build the picture so they get all excited.
I guess what would
That's
help
what
me,
you're
and this
trying
is
to
just
do.
how my brain works, is
Yeah.
to like have the months, like we need this much money by this time, and
Sure.
what grants are due this month, and then we all focus on, like, the 31st is like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, like really, if we could, like, do it that way, and then that way we're actually tackling it before it comes. So the programming doesn't seem like urgency to me.
But it's not so much the programming it's the vision of what that means,
Right,
right?
right,
That's
and
it.
right, cool, and we're starting by
Same with
talking
the
about
tribe,
it.
right? That's how
Right,
how
the
the relationship
relationships,
starts with
right.
the, hey, we would love for you to come here so we can have some cultural exchange kind of stuff and some exercise.
So
for
I guess
kids.
the baby step into that personally for me
Yeah.
is like, okay, because if I said that now, I'd be like, oh, really? So is it built yet?
No, right. It's not. But like I said, that's the thing about visionary, right?
Right, yeah, Yeah.
let's
You gotta,
collaborate,
you gotta
Right.
like
get it built.
get
Right.
people on your side, and then you
Right.
go, okay, well, do you know anybody that can give us some money to
Right.
finish this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
So yeah.
All right, awesome. Okay. I like it.
So,
So
we
right
got
now
some
we have-
ideas, we got a plan, good job.
Going back through the,
I'd like to see you when your kids were little, getting chores all in order.
Mm.
And here's what you're gonna do, and we're gonna do this.
Oh,
And
dude,
then we're gonna,
you have no idea. I'm the bad cop in the house all the way.
Yeah. Most women are.
I was like, get shit done.
Isn't that
Yeah.
the truth?
That's right.
Huh, you?
You gotta talk to Sarah.
Yeah, whatever. I've seen Sarah's bad cop. She's full potential. She probably looks hot in that uniform too, huh?
Sheets and the cop uniform. It's getting weird.
Getting weird.
See, it's not only late for me,
Right.
apparently it's late for you
All right, so
also.
do we need to go back through some of the stuff that we were throwing out here?
Well, it's pretty much all right there, so I would recommend taking
And we're doing,
pictures.
Nikki and I are doing the schools together, just,
The schools, I'll do the schools.
No, you and Mary do the schools.
oh,
Schools
Mary
here?
and I.
Wait, did we
Oh,
mention
okay.
SWOs?
I got SWOs.
Oh, is that
Mary and I will do
I've
the
got to call
schools.
them anyway if you want me to take them.
That's part of the programming thing, so that's just the relationship.
Okay.
Joy feel we've got a relationship with Scott already.
Wish you well.
You've got Danny too, right? You've got pretty
Yeah,
much
I got-
everybody.
I
Okay.
got MLC, Danny, and Jake from Zuma Bike Ranch.
Okay.
And then Mary and I.
You've got Pinion. That's another dream builder, right?
I can do that.
What about Josh Martin? Because he owns, he built the townhomes, he owns the hotel, right?
What about Grant Smith?
Those are where I think we should go after in kind.
Brock is down to do in kind.
Right.
Talked
Plus
to
their
him last
kid
year.
is a big BMX person.
Yeah,
Their
yeah, they'll
8-year-old's
be
driving
helpful
some
with in-kind
50cc.
materials and stuff.
Okay.
Well, and the Palicki's, right? Because Davian is a big time.
Do you have a
bike
list
rider.
of what materials you need? Like how much you do? Can you share that with us too? Is that?
Yes.
I mean, you don't have to do it right now. Just whenever you're.
Okay, before I'm gonna sidetrack us for a second. What are we doing for Easter?
So I'm gonna be out of town, so I cannot be the Easter Bunny. I'm so sad. But I did talk to Jen,
No.
and we can stuff eggs at her house. In case I bypassed you, Keelan. So, talked to the boss this morning.
Well, yeah, of course.
So,
No,
April
yeah,
20th
no, we
is
talked
we're
about
gonna
that, so
continue
far.
then?
It's on 420.
So all we need is an Easter bunny.
The Easter Bunny heel.
And we need a
dog.
group of people to be there Easter morning and help organize it and get it going. Susan will be there. I'm sure Dan will pick up dog shit. Hugh.
I'm just saying it's not
Hugh's
me.
usually
I'll
there
help.
picking up dog
not
shit.
enthusiastic. I mean,
I'll
me and
help
Misty like taking pictures
after the
of
dog
Easter
shit
bunnies,
is
but
picked up.
I was sweating.
Yeah, it just takes so long.
I used to be a lion.
You gotta get all
And
the
it's Toy
eggs out.
Story.
You gotta
See,
get
you know.
the place. You gotta lay out the flagging for the age groups. You gotta.
It's pretty straightforward,
I'll
but
help.
you definitely
I'll
need
help
someone
with
that's
that.
done it before there.
Yeah.
Are you
Well,
gonna
then
be
I-
able to be there this year?
I have no idea when Easter even
It's
is.
the
on the
20th.
20th.
It's
Yeah,
April
it's
20th.
It's on 420.
It's April 20th?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a ways up.
Too
Yes,
bad
it
we
is.
can't have a
Okay.
420
Yeah,
party.
I would imagine, yeah, we'll be
I
so.
can throw eggs around.
After
As long as
that,
you have
is
one
Mark
or two
out too?
people- Mark might be around.
Okay.
I'll have to ask him.
And then it's just somebody that would
enjoy.
enjoy being the Easter
It's-
bunny. It's really a boot, don't you think? I think it's
Oh,
really
it's
cool.
well, I
so fun
would do
doing the
it, but
Easter
I'm so
bunny.
short. I don't know.
It's a
Well, I
small
robbed it
costume.
from you.
What'd you
so-
say?
It's
Yeah,
kind of
I
a
mean-
small costume. You fit it perfectly.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could be a tentative, I mean,
I feel like
Oh,
it'd be a
yeah.
fun
What would I-
for
what would
We
I do
got
as
it,
an
yeah,
Easter
we got a
bunny?
bite.
You take pictures
Okay.
of the kids.
Assigned.
Oh, I'll do that.
Yeah, and then if you want- if you
I'll
can,
do that.
find some-
Audrey wants to be the
I'll be
Easter
the
bunny.
Easter bunny. I'm 4'11" and a half.
4'11"
And
and a half.
120 pounds.
I don't know.
Will it fit me?
It probably won't.
It probably won't. Honestly, last year, I mean, even for me, it
Oh,
was.
no.
Is it
probably
big on
won't.
you? Small on you? I don't
It was.
know.
It was big.
Oh, was it big on you?
Like I had to like
You need somebody taller.
Oh.
You
Like,
stand up
make a
straight.
neck for myself.
That's
Put it out.
discrimination.
It is.
against short people.
Yeah, well,
Whoever made that suit,
Well, then
Sorry.
somebody else might
Those
have to
little
do it.
yeah, might be.
kids in China that made that.
Well, let's go with
bunnies.
you at this point, and then if you can't do it,
And I've got some
He's gonna
stuff
be
on my
out.
resume that really recommends me for this job.
yeah, then we'll find somebody
Say,
else.
I would volunteer, but my daughter.
I've been Smoky
What's the
Bear
hunt?
twice.
Oh,
sweet.
Smokey
Really?
Bear. I always had a crush on Smokey Bear.
Can we get a smaller
Oh, this is all
uniform?
coming together for me
Can
now.
we get a smaller bunny
Thanks, Kathy.
costume?
Or you can buy
Oh, no, we got,
Depending on the cost, I could buy it.
no, we have the bunny costume.
It's a very cute bunny costume.
It is the best bunny costume.
Oh, I'm so
I
bummed
don't know. Kayla was
now.
pretty cute.
No, we got it.
I'm bummed that I'm too
Well,
small.
no, I can do it again. It's just fun, really fun to do.
It is really fun.
Kind of like to share the love. But
I could be a bunny elf.
Hugh's got it.
You can. The bunny
You might
does need a
have to
helper.
Help Dan.
I'll be the
I don't know.
helper.
Maybe
Yeah,
I could do double duty.
I'm good for picking up dog shit this year.
Oh yeah, Danimal wouldn't fit in the bunny costume, but he would be a good bunny. Maybe.
He would not fit. Plus, I don't know.
Yeah, we're all like,
Yeah, that's,
maybe for the evening time,
Inappropriate.
maybe for adult bunny time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can organize egg stuffing and all that stuff, and then if everybody that is available can just help when we get closer, we can get it organized. Most of it is being there the morning of, other than coming to help, coming to the egg stuffing parties and getting eggs stuffed.
Mhm.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'll
I can
help.
go to an egg stuffing party, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
can
fine.
stuff some eggs.
Yeah. So we'll
Stuff is-
Jen will get that organized. She's
But we do have all the stuff, right? You have all the eggs.
Yeah, and Ann usually.
and gets all that together, buys all the candy.
I mean, if Anne retires, we're really
It was
screwed.
Heather last year, just so you know. It's not Ann.
That's
Yeah.
true. She
Right,
did.
that's why I'm bringing it up now, because it's not me.
No.
Kelly will get the stuff, but.
All right.
Yeah, Kelly sucks. Ann can tell her how much to buy, and we got all the old eggs and all that stuff. Yeah.
Cool. What else?
I don't know, what else? 15.
Here, I'll try to organize my paperwork better. But one thing,
Oh, yeah.
if you guys pass it, here are things to think about, okay? If I have my list, I can tell you the things to think about as far as fees, okay? We had Mancos, Cortez, Durango as samples, if you will. So,
Fee comparatives for fees.
yes, but it's not it's not like straightforward, like you would think when I
No, it
tried to
is,
do
'cause
it.
all the facilities aren't the
Like,
same.
Oh, I bet.
here's my written, see all the blanks and
Yeah.
how it doesn't. So here are the things to think about. Application fee, refundable, non-refundable, deposit, cleaning space, crowd size, because I'm just based on these things, right? Crowd size. Security, do they pay it? Do they pay us?
They pay it.
Okay, electric
They pay
use,
it, they
water
call the
use,
sheriff.
porta potties, ball fields, lights, accessory pole, I don't know what that is, but that was in the Dolores part, equipment. Some people base it on crowd size, their fees. Also, sales tax, in Telluride, when we did our Oktoberfest, we had to do the sales tax immediately, and it's part, after the festival and turn it in by a certain time. Also, a potential ticket tax on sales, just to cover. Parking lot, open, close, because if somebody wants to close the parking lot, is that a fee? So that public can't use the parking lot? Then in the Dolores stuff, they had, that they allowed Dolores Meeting Building, and there was a fee for that. Okay, then we go rental/festival fees for the park. Daily, multiple day, half day, or hourly. So those are the things to think about. And then again, this is the Dolores information. And this is the Mancos Cortez Durango information. Like Durango does an application fee, either $50, $100, or $150, and it's non-refundable. I think that's a bit much.
Yeah, those are for big groups doing events at those parks.
Well, yeah, but it
Just to
depends
apply?
which park. That's just the application fee, and it's non-refundable.
Oh, I get
So
that.
I would
We don't have that many
argue
events.
to have lower application fees and make up the difference in these other fees, like security, water use, that kind of thing. Because even if they use water or electricity, that also affects the, like when you drive your car. Every time you drive your car, it affects your car. And then, I don't know what the accessory pole is. You guys might know that in the Dolores Park.
It's like where you connect electricity and stuff like that.
Okay, so that might all be tied, but they should have porta potties so they're not, and we had to pay for those when we did our Oktoberfest in Mountain Village.
Yeah.
I mean, in Telluride, in Mountain Village. And there could, so those are just ways to get started and think of different ways. In each town that we looked at, or I looked at, or that I was instructed to look at, they have different things. So it's not as straightforward, But these are the things to think about for next meeting. I'll take a picture of this and put it on can
Yeah,
I
if
send
you-
a mass email? Is that okay?
If you can get it out to us, that'd be helpful.
And I can take copies of these. I know I can write them neater to also put in the email. What do you guys think? Yes?
Yeah, that'd be great.
And then, and I can do all these that have like this, where they have the exact information.
Perfect.
Or I can do it all and then I can organize it a little better before I
Yeah,
email
that'd be
it, but,
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Thank you. Thanks for doing that.
oh yeah. That's what happens when you're a sub.
That's what you're doing while you're
Not
sleeping.
in the elementary school, but in the high school. And not in the middle school, they're too
They need you.
obnoxious. The kids are always on their ASSs.
Okay, so we gotta get started. Should we make a date to talk about this grant?
Thank you, Lee, for letting me do that.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for
Forget
getting
it.
this out.
Next Wednesday for the Zoom at night.
Mary, do I have your number for the school, since we're doing the school thing?
All
together?
right, kids.
I don't know, hold on. I'll get with you in just a second.
Okay.
I mean,
Is there nights that don't work? Because that's maybe the way to go
I have your email.
my nights right now, they're
Thursday
pretty
the
open.
16th.
Um,
6, is that dinner time? What time?
I mean,
I
yeah,
think-
but it's, like, what, sorry.
we have, using the foundation that we already have for the GoPro grant, we
Okay.
can do 95% of the other grants using that information. I think
The 7 to
the only thing that we're missing that could really
Okay,
strengthen it
let's do
is native involvement. So I think if we do that quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be much more fun to do in person, but I don't
I'll
know.
probably
until
see
next
just
week,
soon.
Because it's due on the 31st.
Yeah.
Or I could just commit to like
It's a good observation.
on the 16th and then we can gather one of these other nights.
I can email
Maybe
her.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
She sits on that one.
20th, But the 20th is my
Yeah,
kid's
because we have, on our GoPro grant, we have statistics about usage
Uh-huh.
in the park, but we don't have
So the next one.
any like letters or contacts.
In person, I could do the 22nd.
Well, do you want to do sometime sooner to just look at them? So we know information.
So-
Yeah, I mean, I could do,
I mean, the GoCo grant's so strong, and it's got so much in it. I think that we can cherry pick from that to,
Yeah.
Mostly cut and paste.
especially with the smaller grants, that they're a lot less rigorous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright,
Okay, are we done?
Yep,
sounds like it.
adjourned.
Sound good.
Hey, good job, Rich.
Call it a
Way to
night.
go, team.
Call it.
I'm gonna just text you, Audrey.
7:23.
Okay, 970-708-0760. Oh, that's fine.
708-0760.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I already have the list in
What?
a spreadsheet.
That was from,
You what?
I already have the list in a spreadsheet.
Are you kidding me?
No.
You are
Okay, I got
worried
it.
about you. If I had a
It's on
functioning
Thanks, Mary.
laptop, you're
I
welcome.
spelled your
Thanks,
name
Audrey.
right in the spreadsheet.
So today, the school had the middle school had an assembly, and they did a big thank you banner because they got
talking about.
the grant to do the school, and then they got the matching, so they're starting this summer.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess in the Cortez paper, in the next few days, there's gonna be a picture of the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders holding a big banner.
Love you. Night.
Saying thank
See
you.
you, Kaylin.
Thank you.
They might even be a funding source. I don't know if they've got it.
Thanks, team.
No, more like a plaque.
Your name's on most of this, just so you know.
About the phone calls. 5 minutes
That
away.
was the
Thanks, William.
Gotcha. I see.
Good. I got a 10:30 automated call saying he was absent from school. I was like,
What?
Yeah.
why
Sorry,
did it
it
take
was
2.5
on
hours for them? And then I called the secretary. I was like, I dropped it.
Yeah,
She's like, oh,
that's what I have now.
teacher marked him absent.
But he was there.
He was there.
Was it software? Was it?
I don't know. Teacher.
I get your mom.
What prompts the
Yeah.
robocall?
Sorry. Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's high. That was my eyeball.
That's not in my.
140 is 100 hours.
Well, bye, fellas.
One bite is
Do it.
time.
See you later. See you next time.
Exactly, keep telling yourself that. So you don't try to figure it out.
Yeah,
Bye, Mary. We'll talk soon.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Hey, doggy, doggy.
Cute. We should have told Sarah for stuff now that she's not working. I bet she'd be awesome at writing grants.
Are you warm up there?
Text her.
well, got the.
We have little mini dogs.
There's good stuff in there.
Um,
Yeah, and my personal,
But the mini dogs were just like.
this has not been on
No.
this thing, but just for kind of
Gave you your
getting
haircut.
push
Good
of
lord.
things.
Who did that?
So,
Who did that?
I was thinking that
We go home soon.
in
Don't spend too much time
a
here.
couple weeks, we were originally gonna have our kickoff meeting.
Hey, sweet. Yeah,
We're
see you
at
soon.
the site.
That's good. My daughter made a
We had to postpone that
thing to
to
jump
the
on.
site.
For the new.
Yeah, and so I was
Oh, the
like,
logo?
The logo.
waiting
Sweet.
for that.
She
until
has it.
I
She
kind of
finished right before
wrap my head
Christmas.
around what
Yeah,
concept
start,
was.
yeah, yeah.
And so now I feel
Get
like
the wheels turning.
yeah, now I feel like we're losing time. But
Yeah, these things tend to want to go at their own pace, and that doesn't always fit like brands.
Dog
Yeah,
out.
I know. And that's stuff,
Okay.
but
Let me just see.
it is, I mean, that stuff can be done.
yeah,
Tomorrow's Friday.
tomorrow's Friday. I will, I'll have, I'm not gonna be here for like a month,
Right,
but I'm gonna be totally available.
okay.
So, happy to, if people are done with Zoom calls. And I know Jess pretty well,
Right.
but if you just wanna give a little introduction to what we're
Yeah,
asking for.
we have a board to board meeting on the 23rd,
Mhm.
which is all the boards from all the towns. So I should be there for that. I'm assuming she'll be there for like, try, because she usually is. But I don't know what's going on with them. tell you how she's doing. You know, she's not the director, so I'm sure she just gets a lot of grief. You got that, don't you?
Okay.
When are you leaving again?
Monday.
Monday, okay. So you'll be back like February 20th?
I'll be back the 11th. Yeah.
Okay. When's the next meeting? So you'll join the next meeting by?
I'll join the next meeting by Zoom, but the next meeting that
Oh,
we'll
honey.
both be on together is the ARC kickoff meeting.
Yeah, right. Yep, okay.
And that's the 20.
I think it's the 21st. No, totally. I can send you the invite if you want.
I just feel like in my email, the only one I have from them says it's the 7th. I don't know if when. I could be
Says-
totally wrong though.
The 7th?
For some reason, I think was that the did you have a conflict on the 7th and you had to reschedule?
Maybe. The 7th was just Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think the issue was more around we weren't ready, like we didn't have you can't do anything until you have a contract that's signed by both sides. And so I was like, we're jumping the gun
Okay.
but let me just check my calendar real quick, I'm sure it's in here. Calendar. Oh, you know what? No, it's in my other. God damn, where's my phone? It's a good thing it's attached somewhere. Just go like this. There it is. It's in my Google Calendar, not my Microsoft Calendar. Okay, March 21st. Yeah, 21st at 2:30 our time, so that's like 4:30. Right, you're gonna be in the East Coast?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. South Carolina?
Yep.
Yeah. That'll be fun! Fun. Okay, how am I supposed to stop this thing? It goes in some order. That if I don't do right, I F it up.
All right. Well, I can't help you there. I'm gonna go see if there's still a bunch of people in the hostel.
Yeah, you should.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Thanks.
You select goes, and then I